The Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police hints it will start enforcing the legislative instrument prohibiting persons under 25 years from driving commercial vehicles. According to the Police Motor Traffic and Transport Department, the law, which was passed in 2005, has not been adhered to. The MTTD says it wants to revisit it to ensure safety prevails on Ghana's roads. My name is Bright Nanamfo. Thanks so much for staying there for today's big story. Let's get to some issues on road safety. And DSP Alexander Bing is the head of Education, Training and Research of the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service. DSP, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you and happy Christmas, Ghana.
Right. DSP, first of all, let's look at this law passed in 2005. And yet, 2004, and yet it has not been implemented. What is the reason?
Oh, it's been enforced. It's been enforced all this while. It's just that maybe it's not that other road users' minds have been addressed to it. Otherwise, it is one of our guidelines with regard to the enforcement of use of engagement on our road.
DSP, you're saying that this law is being enforced. You can confidently say that?
Yes. Why? Because under the Act 53 of 2004, in Section 65, Subsection 1, it as it were, disqualifies persons who are disabled from using invalid carriage when they are not 18 years. It disqualifies all Ghanaian road users who are not 18 years to go and apply for a license to drive any vehicle, including motor vehicle and motorcycle. And it also disqualifies persons who are under 25 years from going to DVLA, for DVLA to grant them the permission to apply for a license to drive commercial vehicles, including taxis, omnibuses, passenger carrying lorries, and cargo. So, since 2004, when this law came, with the support of last year's LI 2180, that has given us bigger room to regulate this act. So we are aware, and we thank the district commander of Goso in the region of police service from bringing this to the notice of the general public at this time, when the Motor Traffic and Transport Department, together with all its units in regions, division, districts and stations, are finding proactive strategies in reducing incidents of preventable crashes on our roads in Ghana.
Would you say that enforcement has been successful? Is that what you would say?
With regard to the enforcement of the rule, it is a gamut. It is a coordinated effort of all road safety managers, including police and motor traffic and transport management. It is a multidisciplinary approach method that we are using. It's an area-wide, multi-sectorial system that we are employing. That's why when you look at the UN Decade of Action 2011 to 2020, which Ghana adopted into our 73 that we are implementing this year. Last year, right through to 2020, we are looking at the effort and the synergy that should exist between or among Driver and Vehicle and Road Authority, National Road Safety Commission, Motor Traffic and Transport Department of Ghana Police Service, Ministry of Transport and its agencies, and Ministry of Roads and Highways and its agencies, to ensure that we enhance the capacity of the state with regard to road safety management, construction of roads and ensure safe mobility, among others, and enhance enforcement post-crash capacity that we have to build for National Ambulance Service of Ministry of Health and Order. Therefore, with regard to the enhancement of enforcement, police seems to be at the forefront. And that's why in recent times, among other measures that the police administration have employed to support the motor traffic and transport department is the visibility. To ensure that not only should we be seen at this time, even now I'm speaking, that we have reinforced with personnel where we have noted as black spots. But in cities, you see in all corners, junctions, be it interchanges, T junctions, crossroads, that police personnel are present, vehicles are present to situationally make it difficult to those who want to commit any road criminality to have their day to kill innocent Ghanaians. So we are bent on standing by Ghana to ensure that we carry out our mandate to protect life and property.
DSP, how would you react to the concerns that there are too many youngsters, let me put them that way, people outside the age bracket who are now behind wheels?
So far as you're concerned, we have the way of conducting some of these enforcement when they have to do with those who are disqualified per age to drive commercial vehicles. That you don't just look at the face, but what we may suspect, but we need to also subject the person to public inquiry consistent with the Criminal Procedure Act 30 of 1960 and the Road Traffic Act, and that also has a time element. So whilst you may look at the face, we may go beyond it, and that is left for police to do that on behalf of the state. And all this while we've been doing it. No wonder this year, compared with the same period last year, we have made significant arrests in addition to those who have driven as disqualified persons. And we have had successful prosecution at the court. And we think that what we at this time are thinking about is that if there's any time to protect public safety and public health in Ghana, it is now. Because we are doing the side of 2013. And one way for vehicle owners to help us, particularly commercial vehicles, most of them who are absentee owners, be it police officers, military officers, immigration, fire, be it public servants and all that, is that they should prevail over their drivers and ensure that on behalf of the state, they ensure that those who are qualified and have licenses and are tested by themselves are driving their vehicles, and that transport operators at the various public places, either at Tema Station or Kimbu or Rodona or Tema Ashaman, Mail Lorry Park from the two Pastor Market in Kumasi, Volga, Mail Lorry Station, either in Kinkansu or Tachiman, Tunani, Takoradi, Main Lorry Park, Bangkok in Ho, among other police urban jurisdiction public places. They stand on behalf of the state and ensure that those who are driving vehicles given to them by their transport owners or vehicle owners are actually holding licenses P, D, and F with ages ranging between 25 years and above, and all that. And when it is done, and they ensure that they are not on any, they are not taking maybe alcohol drinks, and driving defensively because they are in their seatbelt and about to leave the station, and they have been giving pep talk with regard to protection, the safety, and the rights of passengers. They should not let them move. And therefore, we expect them to do this on behalf of Ghana and police, and it will make police work a bit easy because, as Inspector General of Police said, we are in preventive mode. And anything that will be deployed to ensure that drivers are aware of the dangers before they embark on their trip. It's what police is concerned about.
I'll come back to let us look more at how this particular law can be enforced better, because the police says it wants to take another look at this law. Let me speak to Nana Akwada. He's the Executive Director of the Bureau of Public Safety. He's just joined us on this discussion. Nana, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Bryce, and good evening to your viewers.
Right, good evening to Nana. But first of all, the concerns that people under age 25 are driving against the law, it's quite worrying. How would you react to that?
Well, basically, I think that for majority of Ghanaians, I think this should be somewhat of a comforting news, because we live in a country with so much accidents, road accidents, befalling us on annual basis. And it's to the extent that authorities have apprised themselves and they want to do things to stem down the spate of accidents, it's a welcoming news. But it's also good to look at the scientific basis for such a decision in the first place. I know in the United States, they have laws that debar people under age 21 from obtaining a commercial driver's license.
Right.
In our instance, we have up to 25. One will want to know what sort of research went into us agreeing at, say, 25 and not 30 or, say, 22. You understand? It's very important that Ghanaians apply themselves to what sort of research that has gone into the authorities coming up with such laws. But to the extent that they want to sanitize the transport industry, and it's not only commercial drivers. When we talk commercial drivers, most people are looking at conveying or moving passengers. But we come down also to moving dangerous goods on our roads. There are people who are on our roads moving very dangerous goods across the country. They have no knowledge whatsoever on the potential dangers that these goods even pose to the public. So it's very important that as a country we probably give the MTTU some support in this regard.
The MTTD, like you said, has been grappling with making sure that people who drive have proper licenses, and they have been working hard, but we know the difficulty they're going through. Now, this is the attempt to take a look at the age at which people can drive. Is this going to be successful? The law was passed in 2004. It's been enforced, but we have concerns that a lot more drivers are on the roads without, below the age at which they can drive. Is this going to be successful? Can the police deal with the situation?
Yes. If the police are really committed to dealing with this situation, I think that they can't deal with it. We have a country where at least every 2 years, one would have to go and renew their licenses. So we are looking at the space of over, say, 3 to 4 years. The police should be able to, if they are willing really to enforcing such a law, they should be able to run the whole nation up around this law.
The DSP Obing, if you are there, now you can attest to the fact that the police service has difficulty dealing with people with fake driving licenses. How effective is this going to be? Attempt at making sure that people below the age limit do not drive.
Say that we want to get the scientific basis, the research basis. And you said that majority of drivers are driving underage. I don't know your scientific basis anyway. Anyway,
all right, you go ahead. Go ahead.
But what is important for us? No, not you. It is you. You said the majority of Kenyans are driving underage. So far as you're concerned, it is not new. So, and for the commander to generate public awareness, these things have been brought to our attention. It means that it is police that raise the issue. It's because it's in a public document.
Right. DSP, but
majority, I'm coming. I'm having, please hold on.
Go ahead.
And therefore, for us, we have said we are in preventive mode. What is important is that if it is, what are we doing from today? Do it because we have been arresting people. Drivers know that we have been arresting them for using licenses that are called underway. In America, maybe 21. In Ghana, as UN emphasized that among the over 193 member countries of UN, out of them, 15 have the best road laws, and Ghana was among them. And therefore, it is not about US or Ghana. It is about ensuring the protection of life on earth.
Right.
And that is the stand we are taking. And Ghana Police Service have also brought to the attention of Ghanaians. If you are not aware, we are reminding you. But we continue to do reactive enforcement. And we are doing it. And I'm saying that compared with the same period last year, we have made a lot of arrests. But that is not what we are interested in. What we are interested in is that majority will not commit and protect themselves and protect public health and safety. I hope you are getting it.
I'm getting it, but I hope you're also not saying.
If you are a license holder in Ghana, either you drive private vehicle or commercial vehicle, and you are not aware of Section 65, then you have a problem. And I want every Ghanaian to understand, if you are a license holder and you are not aware of rules of engagement under the Act 83 of 2004, Section 65, you have a problem. And therefore, I'm not surprised that when Parliament started last year, they said in Regulation 43 of LI 2180 that every Ghanaian, every 2 years, whether private or commercial, should be subjected to 48-hour defensive driving course before they can go and renew or validate their license. And therefore, we should know that we all have challenges, everybody. And therefore, we should be addressing our mind to those issues that are truncating and decimating life on our roads.
Right.
And that is the essence.
Right.
And the rest, we should get it.
Right.
And not put up arguments that will defeat the purpose. It is unnecessary. It is about public health and safety. That is what Ghana should, spend our efforts on. And not on any argument. It is about life, protection of life and property. And that is what police is about. And we address the minds of and efforts of Ghanaians towards it. And it is very important. We should not compare ourselves to any country.
Right.
Ours is one of the best in the world. Out of the 193, Ghana is ranked among the 15.
Exactly, DSP. Exactly, it is true. But the point here is that the concern of people driving below the age limit was raised by your own department.
I'm surprised that those who are driving are not aware of this basic rule. That if you have not attained the age of 25 years, you are disqualified from driving taxi, passenger lorry, omnibus, or cargo lorry. It is basic. Police, it is not new to us.
Right. It is not new, but would you say that since the law was passed, has the police arrested people for driving?
Yeah, I'm saying that, I'm saying it is not new. It means that it is common and we are arresting underway and we have, and it is easy for us. I'm saying that to address the minds of other license holders, private license holders, those who are driving cars and 4x4s, who have been holding B-class license all these years, and then those who have also been giving absentee vehicle, commercial vehicle owners who have been handing their vehicles to license B holders. Those are the people we are targeting. And because police interest is not to go to court, but to prevent risk factors that will lead to premature deaths of Ghanaians and damage to their property. In order not to undermine police mandate under the 1992 Constitution. And that is what we are looking at.
Yes, there seem to be what I'm saying is that there seem to be some anomaly somewhere, because if the DVLA is issuing licenses to people below the age limit and police are arresting them, then there's a missing gap.
You see, it is criminal on the part of any DVLA official to issue a license C, D, and F to any Ghanaian who has not attained the age of 25 years. Whether you are in Accra, whether you are in Kumasi, you are a DVLA official in Tamale, Boga, Wa, Bo, everywhere. When you issue on behalf of the state a license of category C, D, and F to a Ghanaian who has not attained the age of 25 years, you are also contributing to crashes, and you are also a road criminal. And police will continue to look out for you and take you to motor court. And that's what we're talking about.
In wrapping up,
matter who you are.
In wrapping up,
the public.
Right. In a wrapping up, give me briefly how now that the issue has come into the public domain, how serious, perhaps, or more serious, is the police going to take this particular issue?
Oh, we are very serious about this. In fact, if multimedia should go back to their previous information in their cupboard, and I'll come there and I'll talk about some of these issues over. Are you getting it?
Right.
It is not news. For us, it is not news. And I'm happy that it is coming on this time when you need this information most. But we should take it very serious because it contributes to crashes, inexperienced drivers. And that is what this law seeks to kill. And that is what I'm talking about. We are very serious, and we will continue to prevent it through this means and be very reactive on the road.
DSP Alexander Osei is the head of Education, Training and Research of the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service. Thanks so much for joining us. Nanaya is still there. Let me wrap up with Nanaya too. Nanaya, the issue is touching next because DSP Alex Osei thinks that the police is doing so much, and yet the concerns being raised is that we have a lot more drivers below the age limit being allowed to drive. Now, if the police said it is working at it, what should be the role of the public in making sure we don't have these drivers on the roads?
Well, I'll let you know that I think I appreciate a lot the passion that DSP Osei, used to make a submission. But it's also important that I remind DSP Osei that in this country, crimes do not expire. So if he has an authority that there are people, which I know is true, who are on our roads making use of licenses that they do not deserve, issuing of licenses are not things that you cannot trace. There are things that are paper. There are paper trails on these licenses. So it would be good that to start with, in order to stem this ugly tide, to get back to the licensing issuing of authorities,
right,
and trace and have a paper trail. We will know who authorized for who to receive a license that he or she did not deserve. But with all due respect, merely arresting people on the road for possessing, licenses undeserving will not be enough, because it's important that we attack this at the roots.
Nana, thanks so much for speaking to me. The Executive Director, Bureau for Public Safety, Alhaji Aliu Baba is the General Secretary, Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council. Alhaji, thanks so much for your time. Hello, Alhaji. Hello, Alhaji.
Yes, sir.
Thanks so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Greetings to all your family and interviewers.
Right. Now, first of all, has it come to the notice of the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council that some drivers are below age 25 and are driving?
Well, I think this is an issue we need to sit down and visit very well. Because it's a very controversial issue, contentious indeed.
And what do you think the police administration says it is looking at better reinforcing that particular law of not allowing people below 25 years to drive?
It is, gentlemen, what we need to look at generally is the constitutional aspect of it, the legal aspect of it, as well as the economic suppression is going to give in the driving. The Constitution says that anybody, if you attain the age of 18, you are no more a child, you are an adult. And then by right of this Constitution, you can vote. If you commit an offense, you can be arrested and prosecuted. That is one. And that Constitution also mandates the age of 18 to exercise his franchise. So from this point, they will be driving at that age of 18. If somebody attains the age of 18 and he managed to finish his university or finish his a doctor's degree in law, for instance, if I were clearly said, Honorable Chachu Chikata, attained the age of 18 or 19 when he passed out from the university, does it mean that such a person cannot practice law? That is one. Number two, even after attaining the age of 18, and you go through you apply for driving, and you go through your driving, what do you call it? You go for
the driving test, right?
That is school, and then you go through all this process and pass your exam, and you are issued with a license. I don't think it will be somebody can just rise up one day and say because you have not attained the age of 25, you cannot drive. So it is a very controversial issue. We need to visit. And the law says that further to this, once you possess the license, at least you are authorized, you are qualified to drive. That is from where we'll be looking at. But where I am coming in is the economic aspect of it. If you look at the age of 25, most of our youthful drivers are from the age of 18, 19 to 20 something. If you get these people behind the steer, you get them out of behind the steer, what job do you provide for them? Look at the economic depression is going to cause. Look at the unemployment this is going to create. So we need to study this very well. The idea is all right, I agree with, but that age at 25 is something we need to reconsider.
Alhaji Aliu Baba is the General Secretary of the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council. Alhaji, thanks so much for your time here. We'll leave it here. And of course, we'll be talking more about this, but Alhaji thinks that there are several reasons why this particular law banning people below 25 years from driving would have to be looked at. That wraps up the first segment of the show. We're coming back with the second segment that will allow you to get to us whilst we get to you right here. This is the big story. Stay there. I'm coming back in a moment. Welcome back to the big story. 5 days to Christmas and a lot more running around people's thought and preparations. Marianne is here. What is exactly happening to you on Christmas?
Christmas, I'm here. Okay. I'll be spending it with my work family.
Right.
And then my interactive community. I'd want to be here to speak to them. And
so you will not be traveling?
I won't be traveling.
But a lot more people will be traveling.
A lot more people are traveling.
Particular Christmas.
Yes. Are you traveling?
Well, we'll see.
You'll see.
We'll see later.
For example,
we'll see later on.
You're not going anywhere just like me.
No,
right?
no. We'll see later on if we travel or not. Right. And what will be a lot more people will be traveling, and of course need to be safe here and there.
They need to be safe, of course,
on the
road safety and everything like that. But with Interactive today, we're asking them why they would even be going when you can spend Christmas here, because people have fond memories of their lives in their hometowns and their villages with families, with grandparents, and they want to go back. So we want to find out the sentimental values that they hold with the places that they come from, and why they even want to go back, and what they have in their Christmas bag. What are they taking back to the village when they go?
Right. Welcome, Marion.
Thank you so much. Let's get interactive. My name is Marion Toure. So welcome back. Before we go and talk about what is happening to you, your travel plans this Christmas, I'd like to announce all the social media tools that you need to get in touch with the show. You can find us at facebook.com/joynews on TV. Like our page, we have so many posts there for you to comment on so that we can share it with the rest of the world. We are on Twitter too. You can find us at Joy News on TV. That is where we tweet at, and use the hashtag GNInteractiveGH so that we'll be able to sort all your comments out and take them all at once. If you're sending us emails, send it to joynewsim@multitvworld.com. And our WhatsApp number is 0260518801. I am on Twitter too, and I tweet at MN Toure. And as always, this is where tech meets news to set the agenda. And we all know it's exactly 5 days to Christmas, and a lot of people are traveling for their annual pilgrimage, if I can call it that, to their villages and hometowns. And today we want to find out what is special about going back to your village for this Christmas, and what is in your Christmas shopping bag if you're taking something home. What is inside of it, and what is the best Christmas that you can remember? There are so many, and I would like to share my best Christmas with you. My best Christmas, I grew up with my grandmother, so my best Christmas was the times when we'll wake up very, very early in the morning on Christmas Day, and my dress would have been ironed and put on the bed. Usually it's either white or it's pink, girls already, and they'll be lying on the bed ready for me to dress up and go to church with my grandmother. And my grandmother is an Anglican, and she was with the Good Shepherd, so following her around, and the Good Shepherd's granddaughter. That is what I remember, and it was fabulous. And 24th night, we usually, bake pastries, and she fries chips and so many things. And those are my fondest memories of Christmas. And I wish that I can go back to being a kid, and sometimes I wish that my grandmother wasn't so old, so we can do it all together over again. But a lot of comments have been dropping in now. We have video blogs standing by. So today I'll start with your comments so that I can take a lot more before we go. And so many comments have dropped in fact. So many. I'll take some of them now. And of course, you've heard the questions. You've heard the questions already. So let's take some comments. And our first one is coming from Fifi Junior. Says, eating kokwasi yam and kontomire stew. So enjoying your fondest memory, what you would recall of Christmas. Atagro Gilbert Asylum, this is coming in from Bolgatanga, says, going back to one's hometown or village affords you the opportunity to reunite with your family, to rejoice and celebrate the birth of the Savior. And that is why you think going back is very important. Neverson Baden says, going to the village brings a lot of memories to you, as you're ready to eat something special. And yes, but sadly, I don't have a village to go back to. It's like everybody is in Accra or out of the country. And my grandpa, who used to be in the village, has sadly passed. And so I don't have any village experience, if I can call it that. I'd love for someone to invite me to their village this Christmas, if it's not too far from Accra, of course, so I can come celebrate the Christmas with you in your village and get some hands-on experience. How about village Christmas or Christmas in the village? Jackson says, I think it's a waste of money because you can use that money for something better. Attacker again from Bolgatanga says, it also enables you to meet old friends from your community whom you missed for a long time. Well, yes, that is if they are still there or they are also coming back into the community. Then yes, you can all meet up and then, you know, reminisce the old times, you know, share a drink or two with them. Israel says, home sweet home. Ruben Griffith says, the best Christmas was about 6 years ago. I built a Christmas hut with my brothers and sister. I can recall eating in and telling our parents we would sleep in it. It was the best Christmas because that was the first time I openly told my siblings I love them and got the urge to give out to people. It has not stopped, and I will be giving out my old games and footwear for this year too. That is fabulous, and this is the season for love, so it is very, very, I don't know, rewarding to know that Christmas, you were able to say I love you for the first time, and we're hoping that it will continue. So let's go and take our first video blog. In our first video blog, we're asking you, what is so special about going back to your hometown or your village for Christmas?
Accra, me, particularly where I am, I don't see any kind of enjoyment there, and I want to go to my mom to see her for the Christmas, and then a lot of things will come out from there. So I want to see her so that, I will chill and then we do things and come back.
Because that's where most of the families are, my friends are there, and most especially my partner also is there. So that's why I'm going there.
It is the usual thing I do all the time. Always I go to my hometown to celebrate Christmas, except I'm outside the country. If I'm in Ghana here, I have to go to my hometown. No other place. Because that is where I see my relatives, my brothers. Almost every brother goes to their hometown to celebrate, so I have to go.
We Christians, Christmas has been a special occasion to us. We are remembering the birth of Christ, as usual, as we have been doing. During those days, we go to seek our parents, and it's quite a long time. We left them January, and this is the time we have to celebrate with our family members, and it's normal as we've been doing.
Actually, during Christmas, we all go to our villages and celebrate Christmas over there. We take so many things here to those places so that the people there know that we are from Accra to the villages. So normally we don't normally celebrate Christmas in Accra here because all of our friends and our relatives, we all go home and celebrate Christmas in our villages. That's why I'm going there.
Okay, the reason why I'm going to Kumasi is that it's there that our relatives are. That's why I'm going there to celebrate this Christmas.
So welcome back. King Sadiq says, Obi in cassette 24th Kokuro. Wow, we're living. Any obra uwomu ubeto politin bag na wodi uniome egumu ubeko ekrasi na wakodi bro yo interesting times. So King Sadiq. It is, I know, this is a song by Ketri Kwame Appiah, and you're quoting that for me. Thank you so much. My Christmas has already begun. Fantastic. It's a great time to spend it with you guys out there. Thank you so much for making me laugh, at least. Kwame Delali says, Christmas is more enjoyable in the village than the city. And for us, you and Jesus was born in the village. Really? Okay. You were born in the village, and Jesus was born in the village, so it's very relevant. Fantastic. So, you know, you have something in common with Jesus Christ after all. And now for Karim says, eating teaser with vegetable soup with my grandma. Boku West, here I come. Can't really wait. Oh, my God. You're making me salivate already. I wish I had some TZ. My colleague Kemini and I, we used to go buy some TZ in some corner some time ago, but we can't find it anymore. So we so wish that we could get some TZ for this Christmas. So if you happen to be coming to Accra, who knows, you can bring us some TZ. Billy says, going to the village to meet your paddies is full of fun. And Estina Jayamponsa, less spending and low cost of living in the villages is preferred than high cost of living and spending in Accra or the city. I miss my hometown. Kukuren to me, a whistle Frimpong William. When I was challenged to eat one bowl of rice by my uncle who has passed away, I wish he was alive. That's your fondest memory of Christmas. And as Tina again says, going to the Ekurasi to meet my old friends is Enije Nkwa. Merry Christmas to all my friends from UCC and you as well, Joy News workers. Thank you so much, Ernestina, and Merry Christmas in advance to you as well. Let's go and take our next video blog, and in our next video blog, we're asking you, what is in your shopping bag as you head back? Because obviously, we caught up with you at the transport station, and most of you were almost leaving, so we wanted to find out what is in your Christmas bag for the folks in the village. Let's take our next video blog.
I'm having junior brothers and sisters and something like biscuits, Christmas packages that I have to give to them. So
many things. I've bought biscuit, drinks, clothes, dresses, many things I have.
Oh, I have a lot of gifts. I like Merry Christmas gifts and then some parcel for her. Just to mention a few, like this wristband and a lot.
I haven't bought anything yet. These are my personal belongings. But I haven't bought anything yet for the Christmas. When I go, there's more time for me to buy things for the Christmas.
At Christmas, we normally take biscuits, drinks, and a lot of things there.
Oh, that's where I came from. And naturally, I'm going to spend it with my parents. That's why I chose to go to Kumasi rather than staying in Accra here.
The things that we use to celebrate this Xmas have been bought already, so they are in the house. So right now, what I'm carrying is just a luggage.
Strangely enough, I haven't had the opportunity to go buy anything for Christmas. Let's take some more comments that have come in. Saeed Farouk sending this from Wa says, wishing my better half and all those born on Xmas Day a happy birthday in advance, and all my Christian friends a happy celebration and a better new year. The Xmas, I remember 2004 when salaries were paid on the 4th of December. By the Jack government, former President Kufuor's government. You were paid earlier. That is fantastic, of course. So you had more time to buy things and to plan your spending. Fabulous. Abdullah Abdul Razak says, home sweet home, and it's all about caring. Innocent says, Christmas period, I can say, is the best time of reunion for most people. Kennedy Asare Queen, I will travel from Akimoda, where I work, to Adanse, for Mena, because home sweet home is always time to be with my family. Franklin Foreigner is best celebrated in the villages than the cities where your relatives are not there. Salifu says, staying for a long time away from home and loved ones is what calls for a person to go and celebrate this festive season at a place you can call a home. Eddie Eric, do you remember the song 24th Cool Chrome? Yes, I do. Someone just sent it in, and at least I did my best rendition of that. To meet your family, of course. Home, sweet home. Nelson says, I'm not getting the first one. My lovely town, Ehi, or Volta region. Here in the Volta region. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name. Really terrible, right? I think it's here, Volta region, my lovely town. I can't wait to be there, missing my people. Rough. And I'm sure they're missing you too, and they can't wait to have you back. Umar says, to see friends, and it was the moment I lost my love. Roland, your boy, fine boy. Hello, Roland, how you doing? He says, I can't go to my village and chill. Why? Because there isn't a network of lights there. Anyway, better Ghana to you all. And Umar says 2007 he remembers to be the most fantastic Christmas memory that he has. We'll go and take our final, video blog. And then this one we are asking, what is the best Christmas you can remember?
I had so many other brothers and sisters, cousins to play with. And I just remember the playing moments of my young days. And that is, I think, the most important thing I can remember.
That was when I was about 5-6 years. That when we were in the village. That time we hardly would eat rice, and that time too they invite us Christmas like this. They buy new shirt for us, shoes and things. It was like wow.
That was around 2008 when I went to my partner's house. I really enjoyed it.
When I was young, we were thinking during those days it was good because they'll be buying dress and a lot of things. But right now I'm old, so I don't value it when I was young. Right now it's normal.
I think this one is more remembrance than the others because I've prepared to celebrate Christmas over there, so I'm very much prepared. So I think this one will be a memorable one.
Oh, actually, this one will be my favorite one because I'm newly married and then I'm going to spend it with my husband.
I think this one will be a memorable one because of based on some of the things which is happening in my life. That's why I'm saying that.
Nostalgia, they say life in it's life in the past lane, and so hopefully we can all enjoy the time that we have with family now, because a few years from now everything would have passed. We'll take some more comments that have dropped on social media. Gordon Young says Christmas period is the appropriate time to eat and drink with friends and relatives in the village, since you have spent almost all the year in the city. Francis also says from Bokrum, South Africa to Mwase. Okay, I don't know where that is. And Estina says singing Aboki Tati. I don't know this one. Aboki Tati whilst on my way to Kukurentumi, Kona. All right. Kona. Kona. I get it. I get that song. Okay. Ghana for any Accra living. Why? I'm enjoying your news here in my home. I see. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ernestina. And I'm enjoying you coming through with your comment also and getting interactive with us. Majida Awudu from Gushagu says, Marian, I wish you a Merry Christmas. But you know what? I am on my way to Accra. Wow. One of my interactive buddies is on his way to Accra. So hopefully we'll get to see you. You can pop by, join news and then say hi, or we can share a drink or two here at work. It would be nice to meet one of my interactive buddies. Gabriel Osei Tutu says, surely, even at the villages there, you can get varieties of domestic animals for the celebration. I wish I can get some domestic animal like guinea fowl and goat, right? Or what do you call the other one? Apapon? Is it called apapon? I think it's called apapon. It's the lizard-looking one. Yeah. I've never eaten that before, but it would be great to have something like that for Christmas. Steven says all Christmas is the best, but I will also it will also depend on one's own pocket. I guess, yeah, it is true. King's Love says Christmas is a day to remember the birth of Christ and how he unites all of us. So we all come together for unity. Abdul says Christmas again, Ghana money go suffer, God help Ghana. Osei Kwejo Patrick, it's special to go back to your village during this Christmas time. You will want to meet old friends and talk about the olden days. My best Christmas that I can recall is 1982, when my late grandmother bought me a Christmas top and down. You mean a shirt and a trousers perhaps, when my father had vowed not to buy me anything for that Christmas. Yes, grandmothers are special. special, aren't they? My final comment is from Jonathan Atta. Meeting your friends you see for a very long time. My best Christmas was in 2009. That was when I overate. Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much for staying there and getting interactive with us. We truly do appreciate you. Bright and Full is back, so we can wrap up together.
Right, and at 8 o'clock, we'll tell you why the Commission for Shraj is linking Thursday's fire at the old Parliament House to poor electrical wiring. She admits, though, the Commission has lost some key files on ongoing investigations. She said there is no cause for alarm.
And President Mahama has once again assured schools under trees and the shift system would be phased out by 2016. Interacting with school children from across Ghana at Osu Castle, he said the phasing out of the shift system started by his government in Accra and will be extended to the entire country.
And if you're thinking about eating poultry this Christmas, the country's farmers are asking you to buy local ones and not the imported. The chairman of the Kwapim South Poultry Farmers Association said the country's patronage of imported poultry is driving them out of business. So buy the local one, shun the imported poultry, and help protect the local poultry industry.
Yes, and that's how we wrap up for today.
I'm getting excited Christmas.
You're getting excited Christmas is here. Yeah, what are you remembering your childhood all over again?
Yeah, I used to like Christmas a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your fondest memory?
We used to build Christmas houses with palm fronds and then with flowers, and those were the days when Christmas was Christmas.
Not now. But I'm sure, I mean, a few years from now we'll also say this was the best. So however much you progress, whatever is past then becomes your best.
Let's hope so. Thanks so much for staying here with us for 1 hour. Joy News Exclusive is up next. My name is Bright Madam.
And my name is Marian Toure. Do have a good evening and enjoy the rest of our programs.